And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of BB Nation Radio here on this lovely June 14th, 2020, and the year of the error code, as we will call it. So, anyhow, welcome to BB Nation Radio, broadcasting live from the Cowboy Technology Studios right here at the end of the Oregon Trail here in Oregon City, Oregon. As always, I'm your host, J-Dub, and with me are my co-hosts. First off, the sexy girlfriend, Miss Mariah.
Oh, sexy girlfriend!
And on remote, our fellow U.S. Army veteran and our resident outdoor expert and co-host, Mr. John Toll, the Dapper Sapper.
Here's Johnny.
The show can wait. I need to look pretty.
All right, just making sure that was it. And last but not least, our producer, the high-tech redneck himself, good old Josh.
Go on.
What the hell, dude? You're like totally throwing me off with the sound bites tonight. And yeah, remember
that's my job.
Yeah, I know, right? And remember, everybody, go over and check out our Facebook page and share with your friends and family and whoever else, or their facebook.com/backwoodsvets. Also, be sure to check out our homepage, the new and renewed version of backwoodsvets.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here on Backwoods Veterans Media. What?
Point of order.
What?
You forgot somebody.
He's learning.
He's still helping on the show. He's behind the scenes just like Oz.
Okay. And of course, our intern,
your son,
Randy Ray.
Don't fuck it up, Randy.
Or as the people like to call him, Ray Dub, son of J-Dub. Ugh. Anyhow, and while you're at it, be sure to hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube channel, here on Backwoods Veterans Media. Click the little notification bell as well, so that way you know when we go live on the air and when we upload new content to our channel. Quick shout out right quick to our friends and sponsors about Eric's Armory and ericsarmory.com for all your shooting, reloading, and tactical needs, whatever it may be, whether shopping in store up out of Sandy, Oregon, or shopping online. Be sure to hit up our friends up at Eric's Armory and ericsarmory.com. And don't forget to check out all the fine shows that we have to offer here on Backwoods Veterans Media, and not just here on our YouTube channel, but be sure to check out our Spreaker channel too by looking us up there at Backwoods Veterans Media and looking up either the Fence Line Country or Friday Night Debauchery with yours truly. We have one event coming up on the calendar at this point in time, and that is on Saturday, June 27th, here in 2020. And that is going to be our Guitars for Stars rifle raffle, which we are going to be doing live here on our YouTube channel, as well as on our doing Facebook live feed as well.
That's like 13 days away.
Yes, I know.
Less
It
than
is
2 weeks.
coming up. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, go over to ericsarmory.com, get your tickets over there. They're still available. They're $15 each. And again, we will be doing that drawing live. Proceeds from the rifle raffle will be going to our friends over at the Fallen Outdoors.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat, by God. So anyhow, going around the room as always. John, what's happening with you, brother? What's new over in your side of town?
Dude, just trying to keep my head on straight these days. It's about all I can do anymore, it seems like. Honestly, it's been a busy week, but I did have 2 days off at the beginning of the week, and that was kind of nice. And other than that, not a whole lot is new, other than stuff that we'll go over in the outdoor segment.
All right. Miss Mariah.
You didn't bag any protesters over there in Kentucky?
4 got arrested yesterday.
Whoop, whoop.
So,
For my week, I got to see my best friend. And Wednesday, yes, hi Tech.
Yeah, I'm right here in front of you.
Wednesday afternoon, we got to go dress shopping for her wedding dress, she got an amazing one.
But it's worth it.
And we
Right.
also got our bridesmaid dresses for her wedding in August, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, you got a road trip involved for that one, too.
Yes,
you got to
I
go
do.
clear out to where? Nebraska?
Hay Springs, Nebraska.
Home of the fat girl.
So it'll be fun. I'm
Nice.
looking forward to that. And then Wednesday night we went out and we had dinner and everything with a group of girls, and there's a couple guys. So I think J-Dub was there for dinner.
Yep.
We didn't go out afterwards when we went to the bars.
Nope.
I didn't drink or anything, but it was fun to hang out with everybody. So
Had to turn into a pumpkin.
it was really fun to hang out with them and everything. It was a nice break from the shows and everything and the typical barn life I have. So other than that,
Right.
definitely look forward to it, but kind of sad that she sent me a message saying she made it back home today. So happy she made it home safe, but sad to see her go for right now.
Again, until you get back there in August.
Yeah. So
Gonna be sweating in the cornfields, baby.
it was definitely a fun week. So,
Alrighty.
and it was awesome to meet her fiance.
High tech.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's new with you, man?
Oh, just hanging around. Not
Oh.
much going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's training your new intern going?
Good. Actually, it's been very nice. It's nice to have some help. See, you have all this help, all this talent on your side of the table here.
Well, there has to be at least one pretty face to look at.
Oh.
That's why we have John. Anyway,
Hey, he's the one that says the show can wait. He has to look pretty.
exactly. No, it's great having Ray or Ray Dub, I guess we're calling him now, helping out, and actually something really handy tonight. He was able to figure out a video audio issue we were having, trying
That,
to
after
work
all
on
this
pop
time,
stakes.
you have not been able to figure out.
Well, I'd made it work. I'd always made it work. The problem is the program changed last week at some point, and we had problems with it. And so last week's show, we actually had to quickly find another program and make things work. Well, this week, to do pop stakes properly, we had to use the old program that wasn't working 100%.
And Ray got it going.
Ray got it figured out. So props to him for sure. Let's see what the hell else went on this week. It was a long week for work, that's for sure. But I did get out and I can't remember the dang word, but went to one of places I used to go, Dream Dinners, and and ordered up some of the prep dinners and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
And so got that all set up. Got my freezer full of those, and so good here for the next month. Hadn't been there for several months since all this shit
Since
started.
the Rona began.
Yeah. So it was good to get back to normal on that.
Very nice.
Went over, helped you over at your place yesterday.
Yep.
I'll let you tell your story on
Cool.
that. But
For the final time.
The adventure. Yeah.
See, actually, was back at your place today helping your mom out.
That was an unexpected pop in.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know that Pops and I talked about it yesterday. So he asked me to stop by today when Mom wasn't working. So stopped to help her out with the computer, got a few things taken care of, and actually I'll see you tomorrow again. So
Oh yeah.
yep,
There we go.
gonna have to stop in again to continue on. We had to end things a little sooner than I wanted because the
Pre-production.
show has to go on.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah. See what? Oh, I had breakfast this morning. Well, I tried to have breakfast this morning.
Tried to have breakfast this morning.
I tried to. The problem is the place I went to.
Did you try
no
going
longer
to
had-
biscuits again?
No, biscuits was fine. Biscuits has salsa. Sherry's does not have salsa.
Oh,
So
sad day to your exie.
So I ordered lunch instead. So I mean, it worked out. But
I was still in bed at that time.
Very much so.
you were still in bed like an hour after I got to the house.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, yeah. How's your week, brother?
Oh, same old, just working as always, and like you said, got the final product put up of the base antenna at home for that project. That's all done, 40 feet up in the air, and thank God that sucker is not coming down again until it is time to pack it up and move to a new location. But other than that, yeah, that's done and over with.
If it falls down, it's staying down, right?
We'll talk about that one. Anyhow, but no, other than that, it's just been a pretty quiet, show week. Of course, did the other two shows as always. So on Tuesday night and Friday night. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. However, I can say it was kind of nice to kick things off today with it, because this is the season of birthdays. You know this, right?
It is.
And the reason why we call it the season of birthdays is because, you have your birthday, my stepdaughter Kelly's birthday, my birthday, John's birthday, Mariah, your mom's birthday.
Yeah, I'm the oddball.
Yeah, you're the oddball in the group.
Queen DP's birthday.
Yeah, Miss Annie's birthday. There's a whole lot of them going on right around this time in our group of people that we associate with.
And there's 2 other birthdays today.
Yes, there are 2 other birthdays today. I know one of them. What was the other one that you were telling me about here a little bit ago?
Really? It's
Hail
right
to the chief, my friend.
Right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. Mariah wrote it down for me. Yes. President Trump's 74th birthday today. So happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday,
Birthday.
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President.
Ooh,
Which, by the way, 4 more years. Just saying. 2020.
that'll work.
Yes.
That'll work for
Dude,
me.
did you guys watch the speech that I sent you?
Have not had an opportunity to do that
have
yet.
not
buddy.
had a chance to
Oh.
yet. And
Watch that speech. That is a new one from him, and certain social media platforms keep taking it down.
that doesn't surprise me. And
Yeah.
on top of that, speaking of other birthdays, hey John, happy birthday.
All right. What?
Happy birthday.
I know. Happy birthday, dude. We already discussed this
Yes.
earlier.
Yes,
You're
we just
5 years old.
Yep. Hey, we look pretty good for 245 years old. It is the birthday of the United States Army. So, yes, to all our Army brethren and sisters out there, happy birthday to you. 245 years.
Fucking ain't right.
Wow. So, and, yeah, who'll kill? And,
You're gonna do that thunderous full kill.
oh my God. If I never hear that again, I swear I'll be, anyhow. So, but yeah, so just wanted to give a big shout out to you guys for that one. Josh, before we move on to our outdoor segment, we got our check-ins that we got to get to yet.
We got a whole bunch.
Yes,
First
we
and
do.
foremost, Stephanie DeMars was first in the chat.
Woo!
Then we had Queen DP, but she fails on us because she left us.
Don't.
Yep, she's.
Because Queen DP, she sucks eggs. So
We got Mr. Matthew Jackson checking in. Mr.
Right on. Greetings, Harley.
Yep, good to see you, buddy. Mr. Matt Crosby, the new Florida man.
Yes.
We got Miss Terrell Pterodactyl checking in here. The Harambe Keeper hates you all.
Yeah,
Mickey
that sounds
Severson.
about right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that. Mr. Jesse Lane's here.
Nice, very
from,
nice.
The Fallen Outdoors and our good sponsor, Eric's Armory.
Yep. See the taco makers in there checking in.
Yep, we got Katrina Stanley from over there in Prime, Kentucky. We got Richie the Redneck Pimp. He says Osayo. And
like-
Jesse wants to know, since when do interns get credit? Hey, I give credit where credit's due, my friend. I give credit where credit's due.
You know, it's like last season when John was finishing up his internship, bringing in the coffee and everything else all the time.
Yeah, where's our
Yeah.
coffee this week?
Yeah.
Intern.
I never got no fucking credit. What are you talking about?
You did too.
Just
Well, you
exist.
were on camera, so you got your credit there.
Intern
So-
now is just sitting there staring at me when I ask him the question.
So let's see. Keep going down the list here. We got
Call!
he's checked in here.
Right on. See Dean Cerny
Yep.
in there.
Dean Cerny. You already said the taco maker. We got Little Jade Lopez, the combat
Emphasis
wombat.
on little.
Yes, yes. Matt's talking about a package showing up. I don't know what that's all about. but
No
anyways.
idea.
Let's see here. Scrolling. Rich, you'd like us to talk about the mystery box, and if anybody wants to donate anything to the mystery box,
Oh.
hit him up and to do so.
All
So,
right. I think we
yeah.
might try and put something together for that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'll take that mystery box again.
Yeah,
You know?
right?
Yeah, that was
With
a good
your
deal.
39 entries.
That's right, 39 entries. 39 entries wins the
In the
mystery
big
box.
green one?
That was not part of the mystery box.
Oh, yes, it
How,
was.
how many entries did Annie put into that? I'm just
She had
curious.
like 1,000 or something.
She had like right around 700.
Yeah.
I had a lot, too.
Yeah, I think we all had quite a few entries in there.
I remember getting the ice cups for that, okay?
Yeah, that's true. So,
Yep, I think I caught everybody. If I missed anybody, my apologies.
exactly. So, alrighty. Well, moving things right on along, what do you say we go ahead and move into our outdoor segment with our good co-host John, shall we? This outdoor segment is brought to you in part by Eric's Armory. And now, for your outdoor segment host,
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
as you say, you're pouring a glass of...
Wait one. That is definitely pretty neat, you guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to the outdoor segment. I am your co-host, John. And today we have actually a new video that we're going to premiere right off the bat. But first, let's give a shout out to our awesome sponsors over there at Eric's Armory at ericsarmory.com. They can supply you with whatever your shooting, tactical, reloading needs are, whatever they may be. They have it for you. I can promise you that. Just swing on by their website, see what they have to offer. While you're there, get a raffle ticket for the G4S rifle that will be raffled on the 27th of June. You're coming up real soon, guys. So get in there and get tickets while you can. You don't want to miss out on a chance to win this rifle. As I like to point out to other people, the gal that won the rifle last year at the event, she put in 2 tickets. 2.
Dos.
So saying like, oh, I'll never win that rifle, even if you just put 1 ticket in, you never know.
It can
Guys,
happen.
It can, and in my experience that I've seen, it frequently does happen. So swing on by there, see what they have to offer. If you're in the area, give them a call first, hit them up, and see what they have in the shop. They have all kinds of awesome parts. Last weekend when I was over there, I watched 2 people come in, two soldiers that I've served with actually come in and build rifles on the spot and order a bunch of stuff. So they can do it all. So go hit them up and see what they can do for you. And they do ship to outside of area FFL dealers. So
Yes, indeed.
with that, we'll jump right into the new video, which has to do with the G4S rifle. I have to apologize, guys. There was a technical glitch with one of the cameras, so you guys saw the shooting of the rifle last week, and that's all the footage there was for it, unfortunately. So, but we have the rifle in this video, and we're going to talk about it and talk about what we're doing, and hope you guys enjoy.
what's going on, everybody? J-Dub from Backwoods Veterans Media here, along with the rest of the crew from Backwoods Veterans Media, as well as joined with our buddy Eric from Eric's Armory, here to talk about our M5E1 Air Precision 308 rifle that we built in cooperation with our friends from Eric's Armory that we're going to be raffling off here on June 27th. It's a Saturday. John, would you care to talk about the rifle a little bit?
So guys, like I said, this is our custom Air Precision M5E1 from, well, none other than Air Precision. Big thank you to those guys. They donated all the part, or the main build kit that you see from this rifle. Also a huge shout out and thank you to Sig Sauer. They donated the Whiskey 3 optic that you see on this rifle. Guys, please head over to ericsarmory.com and purchase a ticket, or if you're in the area, stop by, give a call first and then stop by the shop and buy a ticket. Like I said, or like Justin said, we will be raffling this rifle off on the 27th. Get the tickets while they last. Eric, do you want to say anything?
No. What do the raffles go to? What's
The raffle?
The raffle?
Yes, good point.
Yes, thank
the
you.
raffle tickets are going to TFO, the Fallen Outdoors, benefiting the Oregon chapter. They're a great organization. Go swing by their website. Go swing by their Facebook for the West Coast site for the Fallen Outdoors. And if you have any other questions, get a hold of Jesse Lane.
Yes, contact Jesse.
He is
This-
the Oregon lead.
This rifle's been really fun to build and fun to shoot, and I can't wait to see who wins it and gets to take it home. Me.
So he says. Either way, the winner is going to really enjoy this rifle. It has been a sweet shooting gun today, doing a proof shoot for it. Watch for the footage on that coming up. I'm telling you, you folks are not going to want to miss out on your chance for being able to win this awesome rifle that we were able to build. So thank you again to all our sponsors and our partners for helping us get this thing built so we can bring you guys another outstanding piece, helping out an awesome organization over at the Fallen Outdoors. So thank you very much. Thank you, John, for putting that video together. Do appreciate it, bud.
Absolutely, man. I enjoy doing a lot of the video content. You guys know that. So, guys, as the video states, that's the rifle. I do apologize that we weren't able to include footage of actually test firing the rifle this year. I had an issue with one of the cameras and it didn't record any of the footage. Unfortunately, it did, however, record footage that we showed last weekend of target impacts, which I thought that video was pretty cool. Or as we like to say in the outdoor segment, that's pretty neat. Yeah. So, guys, swing over to ericsarmory.com. Click on the raffles tab on their page. It'll take you right to the page that you need to go to buy a raffle ticket. Proceeds go to fund the Fallen Outdoors, the Oregon chapter specifically, Mr. Jesse Lane, who is in the comments. So if you guys have any questions about TFO, please feel free to reach out to any of us or reach out directly to Jesse or in the TFO Facebook page, the Fallen Outdoors West Coast Veterans page. There's plenty of people in there, plenty of staffers, plenty of leads because it's the entire West Coast. So wherever you are in the West Coast, if you want to hit them up, they'd be happy to help out and see what they can do for you. So they're awesome at getting vets in the outdoors and out hunting and fishing and a whole bunch of other stuff. So hit them up and see what they can do for you. And with that, I'm going to make a quick apology because I had something that I'm going to be doing that I am doing for Jesse. It is not ready yet. So that is going to be for next weekend's show, and we'll move on from there. But so we got a couple stories in the hopper this week as well. First one that we're going to start off with is when my page loads. As coronavirus has started to slow down and all that stuff, and people are getting back in the outdoors, something that I'm getting excited for this year is hunting. I don't know about you guys. I'm certainly ready to find out what our draw results are going to be for the year.
Next week.
That's right, baby. So, but with that, there are some challenges that are coming around this year. And one of those challenges that people are experiencing in Jackson Hole, Wyoming are wolves. So this story is from the Associated Press from June 8th. Wolf challenges persist for ranchers in elk-rich Jackson Hole. Man, I hope I don't piss a certain somebody off talking about. What do you guys think? Am I going down the rabbit hole on this again? So
Do it.
I was gonna do it anyways. It's already in the hopper for a story. All right, so story. Jackson, Wyoming. Russ Lucas first noticed in mid-April that an unwelcome neighbor wolves were back on his family's Spring Gulch cattle ranch. The hind quarter of a calf, he recalled, had been bit into and its hide peeled back. Seeing the severity of the wounds, excuse me for a second. Seeing the severity of the wounds, the third generation rancher knew exactly what had happened and what he needed to do. They tore him up bad enough I had to kill him, Lucas told the Jackson Hole News Guide on Tuesday. The conflict, which unfolded just 4 miles north of Jackson, traces to the abundant elk population just across Highway 89, where vast ungulate winter range sprawls across the National Elk Refuge. Wolves, in turn, thrive on the same landscape, and almost invariably, the large carnivores start wandering and looking for an easy meal when the elk start their migrations. They find it on private land just over the East Gross Venture Butte, where the Lucases, the Meads, and owners of the Walton Ranch run cattle on some of the valley's last remaining working cattle ranches. The canine-bovine clash has reached fever pitch at times. In 2016, the refuge then resident Pinnacle Peak Pack were being targeted by federal trappers employed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Services. The wolves were never entirely eliminated, and in the 4 years that have since elapsed, the conflict continued, albeit with less fanfare. Lucas knows firsthand there's been a single year in recent memory, 2018, he said, when the wolves failed to pay a visit. Their presence is more than a passing frustration for a family that has most of its land locked up in conservation easements and depends on its cattle income. Reimbursement payments, he said, aren't guaranteed, such as when a calf or cow is too eaten up to confirm a cause of death, or when the animal is injured while being chased or protecting its offspring. Wolves have been a state-managed species since 2017, when a federal appeals court overturned an earlier ruling that had kept the species under a protective cloak of the Endangered Species Act. Now it's the Wyoming Game and Fish Department that manages the conflicts in portion of Equality State. Dan Thompson, who leads the agency's large carnivore program, said solving the chronic Spring Gulch cattle conflict is not straightforward, and that there's an ever-changing ecological system at play. Last winter, for example, the Huckleberry Pack displaced the Pinnacle Pack from their long-time home range and refuge. The newcomers could have been naive to the new prey source across the highway, leading to a lull in the conflict. That was not the case. The Huckleberry and Pinnacle both involved frequenting ranches and depredations, Thompson said. Confirmed losses to date in 2020, Thompson said, are 3 calves and a grown cow incurred on 2 ranches. Most of that has occurred over the last several weeks, though at this point, the agency has no plans to lethally target the culprits. The agency control, Thompson said, we don't usually go straight into that. Some Spring Gulch neighbors who value wolves in their backyards appreciate the restraint this spring. West Gross Venture Butte resident Lisa said she wants to see the state strive for coexistence. That's funny. Coexistence with wolves in a ranch. Funny. They need a range rider out there, someone on guard, Robertson said. Game and Fish, as I understand it, has a mile of fladry. Fladry is a line with strips of fabric that flap in a breeze, and they've been a tactic for dissuading Spring Gulch wolves in the past. The Natural Resource Defense Council debuted the technique on the Walton Ranch in 2016, and though it worked for a time, the organization left the valley and the wolves eventually returned. Robertson said the Jackson Hole community ought to fill the gaps, and she believes the appetite is there to do it. I think the public is very interested in helping any way we can. Robertson said, as neighbors, we would love to help every way we can for an alternative control measures in the article. Flapping fabric in the breeze to deter wolves, huh?
Wow.
I don't know about that.
They'll probably get used to it, and then they're not scared of anything.
Well, that's why he said it worked for a time, but then they eventually came back. Which, hey, surprise, surprise, guess what? Just like we figured.
I definitely think that that ranchers should have the right on their own property, and this goes across the board for any animal for that matter. If there's an animal tearing up your property, if there's an animal tearing up your livestock and your any of your stock animals or anything like that, you should have the right to shoot it. It's your property. Just like you have the right to defend yourself, you should have the right to defend your property too against quote unquote species of animals. I'm not gonna say endangered because I would not call wolves endangered anymore.
Does Antifa fall under that category too?
Oh, they should.
I'm sorry. Couldn't resist. It was right
good.
there.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah. You have the right to defend yourself on your property, from people, trying to do you harm. Why don't you have the right to defend yourself from animals trying to do you harm?
Exactly.
Regardless of their species status, whether they're endangered or not. An aggressive animal is an aggressive animal.
Right.
It's going to take cattle from you. It's going to take cattle from you. That's your livelihood. You should have the right to defend that, hands down. There's no black and white on that, there's no gray area on that. It's black and white. The animal stays away. Good. That's called coexisting. They do their thing on their turf, but there's a line in the sand. You cross that line, you pay the consequences. And for a wolf, taking cattle, sorry, but that's taken from that rancher's livelihood.
Agreed.
They're not the docile, innocent, they don't attack humans creatures that everybody makes them out to be. Or I should say that libtards make them out to be. They do get aggressive towards humans. They're extraordinarily aggressive. There's plenty of anecdotal evidence of it. So
smoke a pack a day. That's
Shit.
my stance on it. Smoke a pack a day. Call
Josh,
it good.
what do you think?
Yeah.
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 No, I completely think that I don't know how people think that they can live and coexist with wolves. I mean, you're not going to have wolves as your next door neighbor. You're just not. So there has to be some sort of control, just like the humping bears and mountain cougars and
Fighting goats.
Yeah, fighting goats and but seriously, I mean, all of those things. I mean, we have to, as a society, it's no different than damming up a river or anything like that to control the flow of the water. We also have to control the flow of the animals as well, because otherwise they're gonna be able to overtake us, and you're not gonna have your society as you like it. And
well, there's a reason why they call it.
They don't care about. Yeah, exactly. They don't care about the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Animals don't give two shits about that.
Wait, are you talking about Antifa or wolves?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. But no, there's a reason why it's called wildlife management. It's exactly what it's for. You have to be able to. It's more than just population control. It's mitigation for, when it comes to, what's the word I'm looking for? Encounters that should not be taking place. I guess would be one way to put it. So, and taking care of wildlife habitat and things like that. So, I mean, whether it's, behind steel bars or whether it's out in the wilderness, up in a tree or on the ground or whatever.
Or in the autonomous zone of Chaz in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that one here in a little bit. Well, we're going to have something on that here in a little bit. So,
yeah. We got one more story, guys, and then we're gonna get into some of the fun news of today. So, anyways, this one is more strikes a nerve with me big time because I don't like poachers at all. Again, from the Associated Press, this is from back in May, but it's pretty relevant. And as far as hunting season goes, like if you poach animals, like, I mean, if you're taking it for the meat, I don't consider that poaching. But anyways, we'll just get into this article. There's five moose poached in already thinning northeastern North Dakota.
I'm sorry, John. I'm not trying to interrupt you, dude. But one of the comments, Dean Cerny, props and kudos, brother. Said we changed the name of Chaz to Soy Malia. And he... Probably one of the funniest things I've read in a while. Anyhow, go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. So, 5 moose poached in already thinning northeastern North Dakota. Bismarck, North Dakota. North Dakota Game and Fish Department officials are looking for help in catching a moose poacher in the northeastern part of the state. 5 adult moose, including 2 bulls and 3 cows, were shot and killed sometime around April 25th through April 30th, southwest of Dunseith. One of the cows was pregnant with triplets and had 2 calves cut out of her. The department is asking for anyone with information to contact officials. The moose hunting season in North Dakota begins in October. The department is offering 474 moose licenses this year, a slight decrease from last year because of a decline in the population to the northeast. End of article. If you are one of these poachers and somehow, some way are watching our show, I think, yeah, you should go hang yourself.
May a bolt of lightning strike you down.
Mm-hmm. So notice at the end of the article, they said that they're offering X amount of tags, right? And it's less than last year. Because idiot poachers like you that are wasting animals and not harvesting them legally are thinning out the herd on top of, you know, the problem with out-of-control predators.
Stop
predator
me.
populations. You know, I'm sorry, this is just wrong. And
It is.
this was obviously a, you know, this was a sport killing, you know, of these 5 moose. Because I mean, who kills a pregnant cow and then cuts the babies out, you know, and
The
leaves
biggest
them?
thing that blows my mind is that how often do you hear of a cow being pregnant with triplets?
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
It's even
It-
rare for them to have twins.
Yep. And they just took those triplets away from the population of the already thinning population of this moose herd.
Yep, exactly.
You know, these people are the reason why you lose your hunting rights, because then overzealous, overeager, libtarded politicians go, oh, we should just stop moose hunting in the state because, oh, we need to label them an endangered species. This is why. This is not effective game management and wildlife management.
I wonder if
This is
that's what
just
Bullwinkle sound like as a politician.
I was gonna say, I hope you realize that you sounded just like Bullwinkle right there.
Cool.
And it's ironic that, you know, Bullwinkle is a moose and you're talking about, yeah. Anyhow,
I love mooses. Mooses, whatever you want to call
not to
them.
be confused with Canada gooses.
I think Mises are quite a lot smaller.
Just slightly.
Mooses, tomato, potato.
But no, I mean, it's the thing about it is that I understand if there's a necessity for food. I get that. I understand that. That's how we fill up our freezers most of the time, is by either raising livestock or by harvesting dick food. No. Or by harvesting friggin' wildlife. That's part of what we do. That's part of our livelihood. That's part of our culture. But when you go out and you just do it for the sport of it, yeah, I'm sorry, but we do not support that at all. At least I don't. I know, Mariah, you don't. I'm pretty sure everyone in here on this show can agree.
So Dean, real quick, Dean says that there's a lot of does around there that have twins and triplets.
Okay. Well,
Like Joe Whitetail or cow moose?
yeah.
So I just looked it up for the moose, and it says about 75% of the time, triplets may occur, but one will not make it.
Okay, but still.
And it's more, but 75% of the time.
Oh.
That's quite
That's
a
way
lot.
more common than what I actually expected to
It's
be.
very common for moose to have twins.
But, you know, it's... But stuff like that, you know, and John nailed it right on the head. You know, you keep doing stuff like that, you're going to wind up losing those rights. You know, because, you know, it's just like what the Forest Service likes to do. When you get people that go out and decide they're going to destroy freaking timberlands and things like that, it eventually winds up getting closed off because people want to be dummies. You know, a lot of us that actually abide by the rules and regulations when we go out into the, you know, forest lands and stuff like that, we enjoy them, but someone's got to ruin it for everybody else. So moral of the story, don't be that guy. Just don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. If you didn't get a moose tag, guess what? Try again next year.
Yeah.
This year I put in for 2 very rare tags. It's my first time putting in for them. I hope that I get them. I put in for a bighorn sheep tag, and I put in for antelope tag, finally, after doing 10 years of point savers. If I don't get my tags this year, oh darn, I'm not going to go out and poach a damn antelope or a bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
Because, for one, the price of getting caught doing that, first of all, I like my guns. I don't want my guns taken away.
Yeah.
I don't want my hunting rights taken away. Whether you think that you have a God-given right to hunt without a piece of paper that says you can hunt or not, that's not the law. You follow the law. If you don't, you fuck it up for everybody else.
Exactly.
Go spend your money instead of poaching. Spend it on buying a beef to fill your freezers or a pork or something like that.
A lot cheaper than having to pay those court fines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Court fines and getting a felony that gets you your guns taken away and pretty much anything else. Because, like, poaching moose like that, that's a felony. Like, it's a felony. You will lose your guns when you're caught. You will lose your right to have guns, period. You'll lose your right for hunting, period. Like, it's not worth it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Don't be a dummy.
Yeah. Go on her tummy.
Hi-oh.
Oh,
Dumb as
anyway,
hell.
so that's all I have for, unless anybody else wants to add anything.
Nope. We're good, man.
All right. So that's all I have for this evening, guys. Thanks for tuning into the outdoor segment. Again, if you haven't yet, please go check out Eric's Armory at ericsarmory.com. Check out their Facebook page. Check out their Instagram. Leave them a like. Share them out. Get the word out about their shop. They are an amazing shop. They treat you like family. Veterans get 10% discount, of course. Give them a call. See what they can do for you. Check out their website. If you're in the area, give them a call. Go check out their store. They're awesome, amazing people. Everybody on our staff can attest to that 100%. And yeah, go check them out. See what they can do for you. Don't forget to buy a raffle ticket for the G4S rifle while you're there.
Yes, go buy your tickets, fools.
Less than
I
2
don't think
weeks.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks to go to the raffle. So, and all it takes apparently is two to win.
Actually, it probably only take one.
But take one.
But you could buy 100.
Yeah, you could. I mean, by all means, buy as many as you like. Buy as many as you can. Why? Because it increases your chances to win. So, anyhow, thank you, John. Do appreciate it, brother. And with that being said, it is 6:44 out here on the West Coast right now. And what do you say we go ahead and jump into our next segment known as Pops Takes?
Criminals,
Right.
and that's sick.
Oops.
Well, that was weird.
One moment.
Try that again.
We hope you brought the aloe and sunscreen,
Bullshit.
because these takes are scorching hot. Now, get ready for some raw,
You want it raw?
gritty, and unfiltered takes from the old man, Don himself.
She can't say the truth because it does make her look like an idiot. Because that's what she is.
These are Pops Takes, right here on BB Nation Radio.
Bullshit.
Old man, what is going on? Well, before we get to that, all right, so start off with the usual salute, good sir. Here's to you. All right.
Oh,
So how you doing? How you been?
frustrated.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine so.
I don't even know where to start. I'm so frustrated with what's going on. I mean, right now they're vilifying the police and they're glorifying criminals.
Right.
And that's sickening.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly.
Every one of them has been in the act of something criminal.
Mm-hmm.
The last one here, the last night, that was a guy that resisted arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And was fighting with the officers, and he got shot. And, you know,
yeah, but he stole their taser and tried to tase the officers and took off.
Well, on top of that, yeah, but he was actually resisting arrest, and he was fighting with them, and they didn't know what he was going to do.
Right.
And then he takes off, and then they don't know what he stops and turns around and shoots the laser at him, or taser.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just. There's got to be a happy medium here somewhere.
Well, as long as there's dumb people out there, stupid stuff like that is bound to happen. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, that's what it essentially boils down to.
I mean, it's just like in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
We got that stupid mayor. I think she's a terrorist.
Okay.
Standing there saying, "Oh, this could go on all summer long. It's just a love block party."
Bullshit.
Of course, she doesn't understand, or maybe she just ignores the fact that there's been rape in there. There has been assaults. There has been extortion attempts and everything else in there to the people with the businesses there and everything.
Right.
And now those are all criminal acts.
Yeah.
That's not protesting. I understand. I fought 8 years to make sure that we had the opportunity to protest if we wanted to, but that's different. Protesting is not trying to beat somebody up or burn buildings. They just guy last night that was shot or whatever in front of the Wendy's.
Yeah.
They came in last night about 11 o'clock and burnt the Wendy's down.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, those things are not. It's beyond comprehension.
Right. Okay, so I have here from Medium.com. I actually have the list of demands that BLM made to the city of Seattle. Now, I want you to listen to what these demands are, okay? And then give me your reaction when we're done. Because after I read this list, I actually have one other definition that I want you to listen to, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, number one, the Seattle Police Department attacked the court system and beyond reform. We do not request reform. We demand abolition. We demand that the Seattle City Council and the mayor defund and abolish the Seattle Police Department and the attached criminal justice apparatus. This means 100% of funding, including existing pensions for Seattle Police, an equal level of priority. We also demand that the city disallow the operations of ICE in the city of Seattle. 2. The transitionary period between now and the dismantlement of Seattle Police Department, we demand that the use of armed force be banned entirely. No guns, no batons, no riot shields, no chemical weapons, especially against those exercising their First Amendment rights as Americans to protest. Number 3, we demand an end to the school-to-prison pipeline and the abolition of youth jails. Get kids out of prison, get cops out of schools. We also demand that the new youth prison being built in Seattle currently be repurposed. Number 4, we demand that the city government nor the state government, but that the federal government launch a full-scale investigation into past and current cases of police brutality in Seattle and Washington, as well as the reopening of all closed cases reported to the Office of Police Accountability. In particular, we demand that cases particular to Seattle and Washington be reopened where no justice has been served, namely the cases of Iosa Falatago, Demarius Butts, Isaiah Obet, Tommy Lee, Jean Veur, and Charlena Lyles. We demand reparations for victims of police brutality in form to be determined. We demand that the city of Seattle make the names of officers involved in police brutality a matter of public record. Anonymity should not even be a privilege in public service. Number 7. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. We demand a retrial of all people in color currently serving a prison sentence for violent crime by a jury of their peers in their community.
They already have been.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, they get better. Number 8, we demand criminalization of the acts of protest and amnesty for protesters generally, but specifically those involved in what has been termed the George Floyd Rebellion, unquote, against the terrorist cell that previously occupied this area, known as the Seattle Police Department. This includes the immediate release of all protesters currently being held in prison after the arrest made at 11th and Pine on Sunday night and early Saturday morning, June 7th and 8th, and any other protesters arrested the past 2 weeks of the uprising. The name Evan Herrera in particular comes to mind, who filmed Seattle police macing a young girl and is now in jail. We demand that the city of Seattle and the state government release any prisoner currently serving time for a marijuana-related offense and expunge the related conviction. We demand the city of Seattle and state government release any prisoner currently serving time, and the list goes on and on and on. They have like at least 20 to 25 different types of demands. So there's that. And by the way, if you folks want to be able to look that up, go to my Twitter account, look up JDub at PWVets, and they're on my Twitter page, and the article's listed there. Now, U.S. Code of Federal Regulations defines terrorism as the unlawful use of force and violence against persons or property to intimidate or coerce the government, the civilian population, or any segment thereof in furtherance of political and social objectives. That is listed in the 28 Code of Federal Regulations, section 0.85. Now, how did they take this over? How did they take that area over?
By gunpoint, basically.
And by use of violence and rioting.
Yes. Now that's terrorism.
That is the textbook definition of terrorism.
Absolutely. That's what I've been saying for weeks.
And they're using it for political gain and things of that nature.
Well, I think they're going to find out they're not going to get very far. I think that things are going to come to a head here real soon. Mm-hmm. And like that one thing there, you got to abolish ICE doing anything in that city or state or whatever. Guess what?
That's funny. That's federal.
They don't have the authority. The mayors or none of them have the authority to do anything like that because it's a federal building and a federal...
It's a federal entity. It's not a state or local entity.
So there's no local or state entity that's going to be able to say anything about it.
Last I checked, we didn't negotiate with terrorists.
That's right. I never have seen anybody in my day do it.
Right. So, but your take on it is what?
My take is that they're a bunch of criminals. I'm just so frustrated because there are a lot of good people out there, and you got people there in that Seattle block up there that they got all blocked off. They got civilians up there with businesses and everything, and they've been complaining about it, and nothing gets done.
Right.
And it just the police chief up there said it takes 3 times as long to get anywhere in there.
Right.
Because they block them off and they won't even let them in anyhow. Mm-hmm. It's just unbelievable that this can go on in this country. It's just strictly terrorism. It's treason is what it boils down to.
I would agree.
It boils down.
I honestly would because there shouldn't be
and you have to understand, assault on a police officer or any law enforcement. Assault on them by someone they're trying to arrest is a criminal act.
Yeah, it's a felony act.
Yeah, it's a felony criminal.
Yeah.
There's just all this stuff going on, and when they go out and do arson and everything else, burning places, like that Wendy's restaurant down there, they burned it last night, and it's all gone. And it just...
Yeah, it's toast. There's nothing left of it.
If these people were not committing criminal acts, they wouldn't be put in that position where they could get hurt. And when they resist, like that guy did last night, and tried to fight and hurt the officers, the officers didn't know whether he's going to try and kill him, what he's going to do. They tase him and knock him, get him down, and then stomp him or kick him in the head and kill him.
Right.
And they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they have to protect themselves, and they have to protect the the people around them.
Yep, exactly.
That's their job.
So, but we'll talk a little bit more about this here next week, Pop, because, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens between now and then. So,
yeah. Well,
I hope somebody goes in with the big guns.
Well,
and
you know what's going to be the big gun? COVID-19. It's already starting.
You think that's going to be the case?
Oh, I'm almost positive of it. I believe that they're going to have people are going to start really coming down. And there's a lot of them already tested positive for it.
Yeah.
And of course, they're not wearing masks or anything else, so they're just giving it to the next person. The next person might not be able to handle it as well as they did. And next thing you know, you got people dying from it.
Right.
And they can't get them to the hospital because they can't get in. The hospital can't get in to get them.
Exactly. So, all right, Pop, we'll have to cut that short, and we will talk more about that here next week right here on Pop's Takes. We'll talk to you guys here later on. All right, and again, that was this week's edition of Pop's Takes. Thanks, old man. Do greatly appreciate it, as always. I'm not going to lie, it kind of sucks not being able to do it live with them anymore. You know, now we're back in studio.
Yeah. You know, that is kind of the thing, but yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about that.
Have you?
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
There might be a way.
Uh-oh.
All right.
We'll have to see.
All right. Well, with that being said, anyhow, so, all right. Well, we got a news update for you guys, and we will go ahead and hit that right quick. If you would, good sir. Finally, something else that is non-COVID-19 related or riot related nonetheless. How about that shit, huh? Thanks to our friends over at American Military News, today, June 14th, 2020, not only is it, you know, the president's birthday, not only is it Flag Day, but as mentioned before, it is the Army's birthday today, 245 years. So, article or the headline reads, U.S. Army turns 245. Here's how the branch celebrated. Moving things on. The United States Army turns 245 today. Since 1775, the nation has been protected by the Army's elite soldiers on the home front and around the world. The Army made this video. Yeah, I don't think Josh has that ready to go, so we're just going to skip over that. He's digging right now. I can see him over there like, oh, hang on. So, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, an Army veteran, shared a video message celebrating the birthday. My best wishes to all soldiers and Army veterans at home and abroad. On the occasion of the U.S. Army's 245th birthday, Pompeo tweeted, may we continue to live the values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Which, which, by the way, he's also a West Point grad, if you did not know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he actually released a message to the graduates of 2020 from the, for the West Point graduation here the other day. Oh, here we go. By the way, I like the combat badge that guy was wearing. You know, a little 4th ID. Friggin' Poison Ivy, baby. It's my first combat patch.
Hey, how about that shit?
Yeah, how about that? I got the same one. So I was like, yeah, right on, man. Right on. Yeah, Esper even tweeted, today is the day. Soldier is the best child I've ever had, Pompeo said. U.S. Secretary of Defense Mark Esper, who is also an Army veteran, also shared a video message for the branch. Looking good at 245, Esper tweeted. USAA, a military and veteran oriented. God, read the word right, dummy. Oriented financial institution also tweeted birthday wishes for the Army. Happy 245th to the U.S. Army and the soldiers serving and who have served, no matter where you are, at home and around the world. The USAA family joins you today in celebration. Hua, USAA tweeted, first to fight. Happy birthday, U.S. Army, fighting till the battle's won. That's right. And thank you for rolling along for 245 years, the Department of Defense tweeted. So when the Revolutionary War ended in 1783, the Congress of the Confederation created the U.S. Army to replace the disbanded Continental Army on June 3rd, 1784. To the U.S. Army. Army soldiers have played a crucial role in wars around the world, defending the U.S. and providing humanitarian assistance globally. Currently, there are more than 1 million Army soldiers with approximately 180,000 deployed across 140 countries, according to the Army. End of article. So, sorry, a little bit of gloating for the day. You know, hey, every other branch has their day. You know, especially, you know, crayon eaters, because they're like the most boisterous of the bunch. Just saying.
Yeah,
Imagine
so the
that.
saying goes. How do you know if there's a Marine in the room? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it is. Just listen for the autistic screeching and crayon eating. They'll figure it out.
But the same can be said about the Army too. Can I get a hook kill?
Oh my God.
By the way, Mickey says his freedom boner is moist hard.
Well, thank you there, Devil Douche. We do greatly appreciate it. So, anyhow, moving right along.
It's our day today.
It is our day today. So, you guys get November 10th, all right? You can deal with it. So, anyhow, just wanted to bring that little tidbit of news to you guys, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. So, with that being said, we have one other order of business to do before we get ready to wrap things up. And I do believe that is called Dummy of the Week. Hit it, good sir.
I'll spell it for you. D-U-M-M-Y.
Shut up, dummy.
You big dummy.
For every man, there's a woman.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
And now, your Dummy of the Week on BV Nation Radio.
I still love that sound clip.
I know, right?
I wonder why.
It was the first one I made. What can I say?
It is the first one he made for the show.
Cambodian man kept live landmines in yard decorations.
John. Like,
should it say Englishman? Should it say Englishman kept those?
How do
Phenomenon
you know that I don't have landmines in my yard?
Right?
Of Cambodia. Authorities in northwestern Cambodia have scolded a man for his lawn decorations, old landmines, and other abandoned ordnance still containing live explosives, an official said Friday. About 30 unexploded munitions.
Oh, sorry, I was helping.
Will you cut his mic for me?
Okay, fine. I'll shut up.
We're...
Oh, sorry, wrong mic.
Go ahead and finish it. Were hung from... I just lost my spot. Hung from a tamarind tree and scattered around the man's yard, said Ken Shring, an official from the Cambodian Mines Auction Center, the government agency that oversees mine clearance. Shring, who went to the man's home on Wednesday to collect the munitions for...
As in ammunition. Munitions.
For destruction, said that they were left for over 3 decades from civil war and ended in the 1990s, and the most of the mines were still active and dangerous. He said the man used to be a junk collector and had gathered the devices from rice fields and forests near his home to sell as scrap. The man, whose name was not released, told Shring that after the government banned the sale and purchase of landmines and other unexploded ordnance, he did not want to do with them.
Charlie, calm down, Charlie.
Violators were banned and rarely
Are you okay?
and rarely, if ever, prosecuted because they were generally poor violators seeking a bit of extra income.
Mean villagers?
Yes. What is the CMAC? What is CMAC? Lecture of the man.
The CMAC is the Cambodian Mines Action Center.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lecture of the man for breaking the law. CMAC Chief Henrich Ratana?
Hang Ratana.
Okay, thank you. Who is on his Facebook page described the situation as, quote, unbelievable. Said the man sometimes acted as an unlicensed demure by clearing mines from the fields and of other villages for money and then kept them.
Unlicensed deminer.
That's what I said. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
You're okay.
The man's house is in Bachentray Missioner Province near the Cambodian-Thai border, where there was combat in the 1980s and the 1990s between Cambodia government forces and communist Khmer rogue fighters.
Chimera Rouge.
There you go.
As an estimated 4.6 million to 6 million uncleared landmines and other pieces of unexplained ordnance remain in Cambodia. A January report of the Cambodian Mine Association and Action and Victim Associates authorities said there were 77 casualties from landmines and other unexploded ordnance last year, including 12 facilities. It said that from 1979 to 2019, such items killed 19,780 people and injured 45,075 others.
Huh. So, yeah. I mean, what would actually possess you to keep live ordnance as a yard decoration?
I don't know. The thing about this whole article is that this guy, he decided he pretty much went around collecting them under the skies of being, somebody that would be like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and clear them out for you. Basically playing as we would know it as EOD, taking care of UXO. And instead of disposing them like he's supposed to, if he was actually licensed to, he's actually keeping a hold of them and setting them up as yard decor around his property. And that's John, are you sure you're not involved in this somewhere along the lines? Because this sounds like something totally a combat engineer would do.
I'd do it if I had access to them.
Point made.
Scattered in the open around my yard.
Right? It's like, go ahead. I'll let you play freaking Jumanji trying to get in through here.
Just throwing it out there, like...
here's your tic-tac of chaos.
Yeah, I like chaos a little bit. Just a little sprinkle of it on my coffee in the morning.
Idiot for keeping that stuff. That's all I can say.
I think you know what? You can't fault the guy.
Well, he's not... He's pretty foolish. For not having any knowledge of how to disarm these said devices or remove them from the ground, for that matter, he's not just an idiot. He's extraordinarily lucky that he didn't die 10 times over.
Yeah, turning himself to a pink mist.
Well, so hold on here a second. I mean, he must have had, some knowledge. Again, they said he was acting as an unlicensed deminer. So, and he was going and clearing mines out of fields from the villages for money. So
that don't take much.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to dig these things out of the ground. And you can get extremely lucky, and that I suspect that's what this guy did. Having a fair amount of experience and knowledge in anti-personnel and anti-vehicle and anti-tank armor, landmines. Depending on what type of mine they were and what country made them. That's the key, is what country made them.
Yeah.
Which in Cambodia, I would imagine it would be a mix of Chinese and Soviet era Pomsey stake mines and shit like that, and tilt rock mines. Yeah, I mean, you get pretty lucky, and a lot of the time, a lot of these older minefields, were planted and they were never activated. So they were never, like, the fuses were never set to armed, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does.
They were planted in the ground, and that was it. They didn't actually arm the mines before they put them in the ground.
Right.
In many ways. In other situations, you still run into it in Afghanistan, from what I understand. You'll run into minefields that the Soviets set up where they have these things called Pomsies. They're a stake mine. It's like a little friggin' hand grenade on a stick, basically, that has a tripwire that comes off of it, and they daisy chain these together in fields of them. So you hit one, you pretty much set off the entire goddamn field.
Oh, yeah.
So it really it depends on what you run into. Yeah, my opinion, he's lucky, because all it takes is you finding one anti-personnel mine that has an anti-handling device on it, and you're fucked.
And it's done. Night-night.
Yep, pretty much.
Poof,
that's it.
Missed.
Like, you find a bouncing Betty or something like that has a pressure release switch on the bottom of the mine that you can't see, and you pull it out of the ground. You're dead. That's it.
That's all there is to it.
There's nothing to it. It's not like Hollywood shows where you step on the mine and they're always like, oh, if you take pressure off of it. No, it doesn't work that way. It works that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time. There's any number. There's about 100 different combinations of pressure release, tension release, pressure activation combinations that you could possibly imagine that can kill you in this situation. And I think this guy got really, really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Beyond.
I was going to say, because just vibrations can set them off too, right?
In some cases.
That's very, very rare. You're talking some really high-end, technologically advanced shit. Like the stuff that you run into from the old East Bloc, Soviet Bloc stuff is you're talking a minimum of 5 pounds of pressure to set them off. Direct pressure.
Yeah.
And that's if it's pressure activated. If it's pressure release, then you're talking like in Hollywood where you take your foot off of it, you're toast. But those are usually bouncing Bettys and the like.
He's just lucky he's still alive with having 30 in his yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he probably developed a strategy over time. After the first however many that he pulled up out of the ground, he probably figured out some way of doing it. Regardless of whether or not he had any training or experience in it. But you got lucky. I'll give him that.
I think Mickey has it right. He says nothing says I hate people like anti-personnel munitions in your front yard.
Right. Richie also freaking nailed on the head too. Says you should have bought a lotto ticket.
For sure. No, absolutely.
I'm sorry. When Mariah was reading this article, I couldn't help but laugh when she hit the part where some of them were dug up out of rice paddies and things like that. The only thing that went through my mind was the little meme of the guy freaking sitting there, "Welcome to the rice paddy." All of a sudden, Fortunate Son started playing somewhere in the air. So
sure. No, this dude got pretty good. He got pretty lucky.
Yes.
I want some of these landmines for my front yard. I'm not going to hang them up as decorations, though.
Oh, you mean? Never mind. Hey, Antifa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Antifa, by the way, there's a house that you need to go over here and go check out. Knock on his front door. If you can make it to his door.
Close to my front yard.
Yeah, if you can make it to his door, you can knock on it.
At that point, if you make it to my front door, Antifa, may the odds ever be in your favor.
Yeah. That's just the way it goes, man. That's just the way it goes. So, Mariah, thank you for this week's Dummy of the Week. We do appreciate it. Which brings us to our final roundtable. So, actually, you know what? This week, we're going to change things up a little bit. How about you, Josh? We'll let you go first this week.
You're throwing me off here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's not okay. I can do that. You can't do that. That's how this works.
No, not today, Satan.
Yeah, it's definitely getting nicer out. So and things are starting to open back up. A lot of places are getting into this phase 2 and all that. So it's time to be able to get back out and patronize the restaurants. And I'm still craving my steak and shrimp dinner. I'll tell you that. So gonna be finding one of those here pretty soon. But yeah, it's definitely getting nicer. So get out there and have some fun. Have some fun with your friends and your family, and start giving people that physical contact, that face-to-face interaction that everybody's been craving these last 3 or 4 months.
I'm glad you specified that physical contact there.
Well, or otherwise, that's fine too. As long
What
as
are you staring at me for?
as long as everybody's loving.
Anyhow. You said face-to-face contact, so.
Oh, well, hey, there you go. Or never mind. Anyway.
Never go ass to mouth, Josh. What's wrong
that?
with you?
What's that?
What?
Never go ass to mouth, Josh. What's wrong with you?
Whoa. Why you got to bring up Alpha 2 Mike? That's just, way out of nowhere.
No, that wasn't out of nowhere. That's where Josh was going with that. Face-to-face contact.
Yeah.
All right, so to keep it rolling, I guess, is that it, High Tech?
Pretty much. Mariah, what do you got?
I don't think High Tech was done because he just glared at me. Like High Tech says, if you're going to get out and about, just be safe about it and everything, and keep your distance from people a little bit if they still want their distance. Other than that, be safe out there with the weather changing and everything like that, and be safe while you're at work and everything as well.
Say keep your distance.
Thank you.
So I'm getting distance.
John.
Stop moving closer. No!
John, you're up.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, safety brief time, I guess, then, right? Safety brief. Just don't be Antifa. That's my safety brief today. And if you're in the Republic of Chaz or whatever the friggin' hell they're calling that shit,
In Cambodia?
leave. Frickin' leave. Just get out of there. If you're in Seattle, I highly encourage you to find more enlightened parts of the country. Just don't try to bring your liberal bullshit policies to other conservative parts of the country, because you won't be met very politely.
No.
Promise you that right now. Case in point is my hometown. Thankfully, Primeval PD arrested 4 of those ignorant retards yesterday. Stay safe out there, guys. If you're in some of these cities that are affected, like Portland, Seattle, guys, keep your wits about you. Pay attention to what's going on. I hate to say it, but I agree with one of my favorite radio show hosts that I listen to, Dan Bongino. I think that the time is coming where we are going to have to choose a side, and I think that time is coming more quickly than anybody could possibly imagine.
Unfortunately.
You guys, keep your friends and family close. Keep your fellow vets close. Yeah, stay safe, and yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. And you know what? I'm gonna be a swell guy here, and because I shortchanged him at the beginning of the show, Ray, what are your thoughts, good sir? Step on up to the mic. Step on up.
Hello there.
Your final thoughts things that you got burning on your mind that you want to send us out with on this week's show?
Juggle the nuggets. Definitely juggle the nuggets, but just don't be dumb, people. Just for the love of all that is holy, just don't be dumb. I've dealt with so much dumb stuff all over the internet the last week and a half of people just being dumb and not using their head and using common sense. It's so rare nowadays, and just don't be dumb. I don't think I didn't think I should have to say anything else than don't be dumb. But at this day and age, you sometimes have to, and it's exactly.
Go on.
Well, that's basically it. Just don't be dumb.
All right.
Calm down, ho.
Above everybody's door when you walk home, don't be dumb.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. Words of wisdom by Ray. Do appreciate it.
How about instead of hashtag Black Lives Matter or hashtag All Lives Matter, whatever the fuck your vote is, how about hashtag Living Rocks?
There you go. Life rocks.
How about Living Free Rocks? How about that?
Sponsored by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Karen, take it easy.
And now these two are gonna be swapping sound bites back and forth at each other. Between Josh and Ray. So, and again, it's not Chaz, it's Soy Malia.
Say that last part again.
Soy Malia.
I want you to think about that for a second.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Leroy. Appreciate that.
Panic mode. Panic mode.
Booty call.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are no more booty calls for that person. At least for now.
Hey, she's got till August 8th.
And then it was gone.
She's got a little bit of time yet. She still has a bachelorette party to go to. Sorry. You threw that out there. Don't get me wound up.
And what? Yeah. So, is it going to be one of those types of bachelorette parties?
Oh.
You sure about that? It's not going to be a furry bachelorette party?
I'm pretty sure because we'll be in Wyoming.
You know, I've heard that they got some. You know what? Wyoming's got some pretty crazy shite that goes down.
Not when it comes to strippers, at least.
Anyways.
Hey, what happens in the stables stays in the stables, apparently.
Yes.
You're out of your element.
Anyhow, all right, guys. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in this week to our edition of BB Nation Radio, and we will talk to you guys here next week on Father's Day. So look forward to that. Big shout out once again to our friends and sponsors over at Eric's Armory and ericsarmory.com. Again, for all your shooting, reloading, and tactical needs, or whatever you may need to be anti-Antifa, be sure to hit up our buddies up at Eric's Armory and ericsarmory.com. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys on Tuesday on the Fence Line Country. In the meantime, have a great week. We will see you guys right back here for Father's Day. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. We out.
This has been another episode of BB Nation Radio here on Backwoods Veterans Media.